Hey, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel Lee. I have not made a video in a long time, but I used to do TV show recap and reaction videos while doing my makeup along with it to new and popular TV shows. But Bridgerton season 2 is out and I am really excited to be back and making some new videos for that. I'm just going to be reacting to these. I'm not going to be doing my makeup along with them. So we're going to start with season 2, episode 1, capital R Rake. I also wanted to say, well, first of all, spoiler alert, there's going to be spoilers in this. If you have not watched season 2, do not watch these episodes unless you want to know what's going to happen before you watch it. I have not read any of the books. I know there are a lot of fans out there that read the books and were really excited when the show came out, and a lot of people went out and read the books after watching season 1. I thought about it, but decided that I wanted to be able to react in real time and be just as caught off guard as I can when seeing these and reacting to them. So I did not want to read the books until after I've watched the show. So let's get started.
So this is still not ready.
Daphne! You must make haste! Did you think she heard me? The time has come.
Eloise is my favorite character still.
Oh, pardon me.
Forgive me.
That's it. Right, Hastings, this is my sister.
Your sister.
It's a little disappointing that he's not going to be in this season, but I understand the season's not about him.
And you? What are your plans, brother?
Nothing of note, other than finding and promptly declaring my intentions to my new Viscountess, of course.
Tell me you have...
I see this first episode is 1 hour and 10 minutes long, so it's going to be a little bit longer to start off with the first episode here for season 2.
Let her come out on her own.
Is this the plan? Daphne, thank goodness you're here.
She's requested time.
We do not have time. Stand back.
No offense, sister, but I believe you are the last person she would like to see.
If one of you utters a single word,
Oh man.
this gets over with.
Oh, I love Eloise. My favorite character.
She simply left for the country as the rest of us did in the off-season, bored by the lack of any real gossip.
Mm-hmm.
You do know what that would make her, then? One of us.
One of them.
You have natural gifts.
Do not patronize me and give me that.
My task
Oh,
is
Eloise is me. That would be me.
Hastings did it after all. How hard can it be?
Oh,
There's a
Anthony.
feeling too.
I do not need feeling. What I need is what I have, and that is a list. Tolerable, dutiful, suitable enough hips for childbearing, and at least half a brain.
At
And that
least
last
half a
part
brain.
is not so much a requirement, but a preference, in fact.
And Miss Eloise Bridgerton.
What is the meaning of this?
In the middle of Eloise? Lady Whistledown gets delivered
I've
in the
seen
middle
enough.
of
But
Eloise?
your Majesty, there's still...
I have seen enough!
I'm new to this arrangement, so I'll say this only once. What my mistress wants, she gets.
Oh.
For whatever reason,
So she pretends that she isn't Lady Whistledown when delivering it. Dresses in a cloak with a bonnet and talks with a different accent to make it as if she is not, you know, someone high enough in court. Interesting. Okay. He is crazy. Anthony is crazy. There's just... How can you have a list of things you need to ask and that these people need to be instead of just looking for someone to be happy with? His butt.
Miss, are you in trouble?
Who dat? Oh, it's our new character.
Whether we like it or not, as she will already be regarded as an old maid at the mature age of
26, Mom. But it should truly be of no concern, as I assure you, I am not here to find a husband for myself.
I can't imagine what it's like growing up and where you have to be at the mercy of your husband's cousin if your husband dies. Ugh.
I
Are you thinking of wearing that one?
If there's no
This is quite
sons
beautiful.
in the family.
No, these are for you.
Still have questions about our family, about how you and I are related.
We are sisters.
Am I hearing that correctly? Kate and her sister, Kate's sister said how they may have questions about how Kate and her are related. And Kate says, we are sisters. Are they not sisters? Kate's 26 and she's, I don't know. Okay. We'll have to keep watching to see what that means.
And may I present her daughters, Miss Sharma and Miss Edwina Sharma,
Miss Edwina
my personal
Sharma.
special
That's her
guests
name.
for the season.
Kate and
A high
Edwina.
honor indeed.
Truly is a sparse crop.
Oh, I'm sure there is someone here who will charm you.
After all, this is the season the Viscount intends to find a wife.
You honestly just did that.
I believe I did.
She just announced to everyone.
Lady Mary was the incomparable of our season, till she fell in love with and married some kind of clerk, I hear. The two of them absconded to India thereafter.
A Maharaja I would have understood. But the man was no more than a common worker who already had a child.
That must be her, the older one. Lady Mary's parents, the Sheffields, never lived down the shame, did they?
Too ashamed to show their faces in London.
If only every family could be as respectable as ours. Yes, Lady Featherington?
She's such a bitch.
My love. Simply pick the least objectionable and get her wed, bed and bred. Then you can return to more pleasurable pursuits.
And more pleasurable partners. You may be cavalier, but if I must leg shackle myself in marriage, the lady in question should have more to recommend her.
Do not tell us you were hoping for a love match.
Love is the last thing I desire. But if my children are to be of good stock, then their mother must be of impeccable quality. A pleasing face, an acceptable wit, genteel manners enough to credit a viscountess. It should not be so hard to find.
Men.
I was wondering if we'd meet again.
So you might discern if my wit is acceptable, my manners genteel.
If you were eavesdropping.
It was hardly an effort. See,
What's she gonna do? She gonna sneak out? She's sneaking out. I hope she doesn't get caught.
I'll not be hustled into making my selection, not by anyone.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Of course
Just away.
not, Your Majesty.
And bring me a list.
Does anyone else watch these and see all these little, like, desserts and cakes and just want all of them? That's all I want.
Edwina must marry an Englishman of nobility.
They could not control your mamma's marriage, so they mean to interfere with your sisters.
Yes. They never recovered from my father's lack of rank and title. Though let me assure you, Lady Dunbury, I am not here for selfish reasons. If I could marry for the sake of my family, I would. But I am not my mamma's daughter by birth. Edwina is. I've spent the last 8 years raising my sister to walk in the right way, to talk in the right way, to play the pianoforte just so, teaching her twice as much and watching her work twice as hard as anyone else.
It's a shame your presentation at court was so rudely interrupted. Shame indeed. I nearly forgot you were making your debut this season. After your elder sister's triumph. Perhaps good fortune might run in the family.
It is a delightful ball, Your Majesty. Very diamondy. Though I must admit I am more of an emerald person myself.
My favourite necklace is one of emeralds. How thoughtful of you to know that. It seems you have indeed come a long way since last year.
Who will you marry then, brother? Hush you.
I see he intends to marry the diamond, and if Eloise is the diamond, he can't marry her. That's awkward.
Eloise Bridgerton. The diamond. Perhaps now you might stop spending time with insipid wallflowers all evening and refine your circle of friends. I may have lived.
I would rather die. I managed an entire season of these absurd events alongside people like...
And that is exactly why Eloise is my favorite character. Ugh.
I can feel people's eyes on me. Every time I walk into a ballroom, I know they are comparing me to Daphne. She was so good at being the diamond, and it made my mother so happy. I can never live up to that. I do not want to live up to that, but it does not make it any easier to know you are constantly disappointing people just by walking into a room.
As the youngest of 3 sisters, I completely feel that constantly being judged and trying to live up to the expectations of being as good and perfect as your older sisters. It is difficult.
Your presence is noted, and your queen most appreciative. Allow it to now be my honor to present to you the season's diamond, Miss Edwina Sharma.
Miss Edwina Sharma. She took Lady Danbury's advice then. That makes things awkward because Anthony wants to marry the diamond.
Viscount Bridgerton. Have you yet met my new incomparable?
I'm most grateful for the introduction, Your Majesty. I only hope I shall be afforded the pleasure of a dance.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting season.
I suppose I should thank you.
She was taken up by more serious pursuits. Modern languages, classical literature. I do love to read.
Huh. She seems to be checking
Do not
off
seem
his list.
discomposed by my line of questioning.
Sadly, my father died years ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry. As did mine.
Commonalities.
Though, perhaps you could speak with my sister. It is her blessing you shall need if we are... Oh, here she is now, Kate.
Ah, Lord Bridgerton. I see you've met Miss Edwina. This is,
Her sister.
Miss Sharma, my lord.
Oh, is something wrong, Lily?
You are not to go near that man. Do you understand? He is here.
Lord Featherington.
The new lord.
Oh, who is it? Let us see.
Lady Featherington.
I thought the air was old.
I thought the air was ugly.
Quite handsome.
It is quite all right. You must be my father. And no offense taken, he was ugly. And very old. So old that, well, he died. I'm terribly sorry for my late arrival. I made the trip from America. But don't worry, I've already started taking care of things. Philippa, that must be you. Your diary to that fine Finch fellow is paid. The Laidlaw's books are on their way to me now, and I even took the liberty of having your possessions moved from your bedchamber, Lady Featherington.
Just like you said, Noah. The new Lord Featherington is here to provide.
Well, seems like he's the son that was sent to America, who she was anticipating coming.
Young lady.
Right. So that was season 2, episode 1. I have to say, I built up so much anticipation for this. I was so excited, and it totally lived up to my expectations. It was a completely different story than season 1. Season 1 was all about Daphne and the Duke and their love and passion and, you know, trying to make things work and pretending to be in love, but they were actually in love. And it was a very passionate season. And this season, we have Anthony looking for a wife, meeting Kate Sharma, and she is very full of wit. And somebody who does not see Anthony and be like, oh, that's the Viscount, I would marry him right away because he's the Viscount. She's the only one who doesn't, and even though she actually does kind of like him. But then her sister gets named the Diamond, and he wants to marry her sister, so that's going to make for an interesting season. But we also get to see, like, Antony's feelings a little bit more. We heard a lot of Penelope's feelings and emotions, and Eloise's feelings and emotions in this season, as well as Kate and Edwina Sharma, the new characters. I feel like the characters have become more well-rounded and have emotions, and we're going to get to see more depth of those characters this season, and I'm really excited to see what the rest of the episodes are going to be like. Let me know if you watched episode 1, if you loved it, if you hated it. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you love TV shows and reaction videos for TV shows, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to like this video if you loved this episode of Bridgerton. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.